Hi, welcome to DramaMeans. We're having a special episode today. Unfortunately, it's another rant video.
Yeah, we don't normally do episodes about shows we dropped. We consider it unfair to rate a show you couldn't finish. But
We are going to tell you why we dropped the Thai BL drama, The X Morning.
which, first of all, the title sucks. That's a stupid title. I'm sorry, The X Morning. I get it. They're on a morning show. They're exes. Blah blah blah. Not clever. Sorry, guys. Fail right out the gate. Right out the gate.
Yeah. So I was excited for it because I am one of those that watched Sotus back in the day, when it was airing, and it, was one of the first ones that paved the way. And it did, after Sotus, everyone did the, engineering college drama. And they forget that now it's 10 years later and they're doing the same tropes.
Not even the same tropes. Just they're the same. They're the same characters. Like, not really, but they are. And it's the same. They're trying the same nostalgia. They're trying the same style of acting. Like, it is no one on this cast or crew, writers, producers, directors, has grown up a single day since Sotus. They're just like, let's do Sotus 2, but make it a morning show.
Yeah. It is really frustrating to see because Singto and Chris are actually pretty good in it. And their chemistry is still good. It's just that it's the freaking project. And it is just like literally immature. Like, no one knows what their job is. And they are professionals. They are in their 30s. And they are, public figures, and they can't seem to figure out how to behave. And it's like a morning show. And for one thing, I think it's really weird that, he's like, oh, I'm a journalist, I'm a reporter, and then all of a sudden he's a weatherman. Like, do you understand there are, meteorologists that are weathermen?
Well, they're scientists.
Yeah.
Like, they're not... He goes from, a what do you call those guys? Investigative reporters, like the type that go out and dig up the dirt, and he goes from that to be like, I'm the weatherman.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, how? Where was that transition?
Exactly. And it's just and they treat it like it's just, oh, you're just another reporter. And it makes no sense that O's character, that he wants to go from being a actual anchor on that show to become the weatherman of the show.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. But also, when he gets fired as the weatherman, and then he goes and gets his own morning show, and he doesn't do the weather anymore.
Yeah.
He goes and does stories about rice paddies and stuff. You're like, wait, what are you? What is your profession?
But I don't think anyone knows. I don't think anyone knows, from the whole station, he's assigned to start a new show, and then it's oh, we have to beg all these people to join our show. That's not how it works.
Well, the whole thing is so immature. Nobody is acting like adults with jobs. No, you couldn't tell me what any of these people's jobs are. Yeah, that's the producer. But from what I can tell, he sits in the office and creates problems for them to solve. He's like, you can have a show, but there's no crew. Isn't that your job, asshole?
Exactly. And he acts like he's not the boss. And I'm like, for sure you're the boss. You just assign people to work on the show. That's how it works. Or you literally hire people to work on the show. And it just makes no sense. That's oh no, you have to go beg around the station to see who will be willing to join your show. What?
But going back even before that, I don't understand. So he throws a fit live on air accidentally. He gets basically demoted. They paint over his billboard. And then he gets his own show. He went from being the weatherman on a show to, you know what? You screwed up. And for punishment, you got to do your own show now.
Yeah.
Huh? That sounds like a promotion. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So it makes no sense. And then, yes, okay, their coworkers hate him. But also, again, it's your workplace. You don't go and get everyone to go bully this person. Like, it's so weird. It's childish. Nothing makes sense. Like, none of the characters make sense. None of the characters do anything right. And it's like, again, they're putting a college, like, personalities in an adult workspace.
Could you imagine going to a party where they literally haze one of your coworkers in front of everybody and everybody just cheers? You're like, yeah, haze him. That's what we do here. We go to work and haze people. Like, that's crazy.
I can't get over this. Like, okay, so forget the work thing, right? Because ultimately it is a romantic comedy. I fail to see any comedy in it, but it's just a lot of really annoying things happening. But okay, it's romantic, supposedly. And you're like, okay, so we gotta figure out how they broke up. And then the whole time we're like, okay, we're watching like clues dropped in like flashbacks and stuff. And then you find out that Singto's character, Tom, he's like the one that just up and left without saying anything. And then he comes and waltzes back in and it's like, hey, let me be flirty and like provoke you. And like with absolutely no shame, no remorse. Like even if you had a like really, really good reason why you had to leave without a word, you don't come back and be like, hey, you know, like, let me poke at your sore spots. You know what I mean?
I thought he was an asshole before they revealed that he was the one who broke up, because they kind of make it feel like Chris's character is the one who actually ended it. But even then, I was like, he's still kind of a jerk. Like, he's supposed to come back and help his ex-boyfriend, and he's being so overtly flirty, even though the other guy is like, hey, I'm not really feeling that. And so I already thought he was kind of a jerk. And then you realize, no, he's the one that left with no reason. So even, like you say, even if he knows his reason, the other guy doesn't. He doesn't know the reason. And so then you're just coming back like, hey, let me touch your face. Let me do makeup. Let me do this. Ooh, I'm going to almost kiss you. I'm like, man, I would have punched that guy in the throat so freaking fast.
Yeah.
Like, it's gross.
It's really gross, but also like Chris's character also isn't mad enough.
No, he's not. He's like embarrassed.
Yeah. And he's like shy and he's like, you know, like, oh, you're getting too close to my face. And it's like, oh, I don't know. But fuck that shit. Punch him. Like, that is so ridiculous that, like, if your ex comes waltzing back into your life and then is like, oh, hey, you know, I'm going to come and save you. I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out of my face.
I know. I get the setup. Like, I understand the comic setup. Oh, his ex has to come back and rescue him. But, like, the circumstances in which that is happening is so freaking bizarre and, like, inhuman to put this dude through this from everyone's perspective. Like, anyone looking at this should go, God, this is cruel. This is really rude to do it this way. Like, this guy's at the lowest point of his career. Let's kick him more by bringing back the man that broke his heart.
Yeah.
That'll solve it.
Yeah, again, nothing makes sense. But also, like, take it from We Best Love, right? We Best Love had a very similar, like, the season 1 is they fall in love, and then at the end of season 1, one of them leaves, right? Mm-hmm. And it takes him, I forgot if it was 5 years, before they reunite again, right? And the angst in it, the hatred, but yet, like, you still love the guy.
Well, heartbrokenness, right?
Yes.
The complexity of that.
Yes. Like, that is all there, and it's played so well by the actors. And in this one, it's like both characters are made as if they're jokes.
Well, there's like no depth in this story whatsoever. Like, it's all surface. It's all, hey, we did this in Sotus. We did this cute look at each other in Sotus. Let's do that again. Oh, we did this. Remember that cool thing we did before that made these guys a ship? Let's just do that again. no maturity, no levels, no complexity, just paint by the numbers. We all sit around and pat each other on the back about the good old days. And it's like, it shows, guys. It really shows.
It really does. And it's like, it's also directed by the same director of Sotus. And I don't know if they're just like really wanting to pat themselves on the back for doing a good job 10 years ago. But hello, it's 2025 and there's been projects way better than Sotus. And it's time for, like, if you want to revive Chris and Cincto's career and as a couple, like, you need to give them something to work with. They need to, like, have characters that they can really dig deep and, like, show the maturity as actors, as characters, as a couple. And they don't do that here at all. And it's really ridiculous and frustrating and disappointing because they're like, oh, this marks, you know, the Chris Cincto chip again. And they're back together after Cincto had left GMMTV and came back, and they give you shit. It is absolute shit. Like, honestly, the behind the scenes are better than the actual drama.
Well, the behind the scenes is what we want to see, is them, right? And this is kind of like, you had these pioneers of this genre like pick up something, but then they've had to pass the baton, and now the whole industry, the whole genre has passed them by. Like, now they're like, oh, remember these tricks we used to do? You're like, yeah, I know, that's old. We used to do those a long time ago. You guys are running a very slow race, and we're all in the future with like brand new Nikes on, just sprinting out here. And it's just embarrassing a little bit, to be honest. Like, I'm embarrassed for the actors that had to say these lines, that I'm sure they were rolling their eyes. I just don't know how you can't just go, oh, I wish we were given something here.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
Very disappointing.
I mean, should we talk about the last straw? Like, what really put the nail in the coffin?
Yes, because I can't fathom any situation why this is necessary other than trying to fake a relationship just so, like, it's like fan service, but it's like fake fan service and really cheap. And there's like no reason for it, but I decided to quit watching it after the dumb bathtub scene, because apparently all BLs now have to have it when they're like both bathing in a bathtub together. But like, you have to have like actual reason for it.
You mean you don't just jump in the bathtub with your friends randomly and like go like back to front? You're like, hey, scooch in there, buddy. Good old friend that used to be an ex or not. Like, I don't know, I take baths with my friends all the time, don't you?
But it's so stupid because it's like, again, it's the a-hole that fucking left and abandoned his partner and then comes back and he's like, oh, hey, your mom gave me these bath salts and I don't know how to use them.
Because he's a moron.
Yeah, like, what moron doesn't know how to use bath salts? And even if you don't know how to use them, there's directions.
They are hard to unwrap, though. That shrink wrap, I can never get my little meaty paws around it. But either way, step 1, shrink wrap. Step 2, scene over. Like, what? No, I have to crawl in the bathtub with you and hug your back.
Well, it's like, exactly. It's like, hey, come help me. I don't know how to use it. And he's like, okay. And any normal person would be like, okay, here's some salt scrub you, right? That does not require you to undress yourself and hop into the bathtub also.
I don't think you know how baths work.
No, okay, like, if someone asks you to, like, scrub their back, you don't need to also bathe.
Also, who are you asking to scrub your back that is not your significant other? I'm just saying this. How many times have you been in the bathtub at home? I'm not talking about, like, at the gym, at a spa, or somewhere. Like, at home, in the bathtub, and you're like, I would love someone to scrub my back. Excuse me, rando.
Well, no, I mean, obviously they're not randos.
Makes it worse.
But here's the thing. You don't respect him enough. The fact that you broke his heart and you didn't come back and apologize. You didn't come back to make amends. You came back and fucked with him and played with his emotions and acted like nothing happened, which is actually the worst.
No, these two should for sure not be together. Ever. Like, I don't care. I no longer care what the reason was why he left. And I know that's what we start the whole series on. And we keep flashing back. Why did they leave? Why did they break up? You are now deep into this series, and all you've told me is he broke his heart? Asshole. I no longer care about the reason. You've gone so far down this rabbit hole that I'm like, no, you're a reprehensible human being, and I hope he kicks you to the curb in the episode after we stopped watching.
Yeah. Because even if it's a very justifiable, reason, you have to explain the reason. You have to feel sorry that you never explained the reason. And that you can't just come in here and expect him to forgive you, to act like nothing has happened. You broke his heart.
Well, you at least have to understand that he doesn't know the reason. There doesn't even seem to be comprehension on Singto's character's part of, I get it. I may think I have a good reason, but you don't know that. So maybe I should act a certain way as if you don't know the justification. No, I'll just be a jerk.
Yeah. So that is why we have decided to not watch the show anymore. And every episode, I got a little bit more pissed. And then that bathtub scene, and I'm just like, this is it. I just can't.
And then we're done. And here we sit, ranting about it.
Yes.
So,
and also, you don't watch it either.
Who's you? Is it me? No,
all of you.
Them. They're not watching it either. And if you are watching it and you love it, I want to hear any reason why you watch it and why you love it other than you like Sotus.
Yeah. Or you're just fans of Chris and Singto. Because they robbed them of a good project.
Yeah. Sunk the ship by giving it a stinky poop cruise worth of bad material.
Yeah. So that is our take. You decide what you want to do. But we are done.
Well, thank you for watching this very special video episode of the DramaMeans Rant podcast. Make sure you're checking out the rest of our podcasts on YouTube and everywhere else that podcasts are in the universe. We're everywhere.
And don't forget to subscribe and like.